lost in the noise, seeking the light. Echoes of ages, shining so bright. Welcome to ancient wisdom, stories anew. Wisdom for me and wisdom for you.
The Illiterate Merchant and the Rabbi's Coin. A surprising path to great fortune. In a small village in the land of Israel, there lived a man named Shimon, who had fallen on particularly hard times. His face was etched with worry, and his purse was as empty as a pauper's promise. One sun-beaten afternoon, driven by the rumbling in his stomach, he presented himself before the learned Rabbi Levi. "Rabbi," Shimon began, his voice humble and strained, "my family has nothing to eat, and my spirit is weary from searching for work. Can you, in your wisdom, offer me some way to earn my bread?" Rabbi Levi, a man whose eyes held both the depth of Torah and a keen understanding of worldly struggles, stroked his gray beard thoughtfully. Shimon," he mused, "my current scribe has taken ill. The position requires a neat hand and a quick mind. Perhaps you could serve as my scribe for a time." Shimon's face fell even further. "Alas, Rabbi," he sighed, "I am an unlettered man. I cannot read, nor can I write even my own name." Rabbi Levi nodded slowly, a flicker of something, perhaps compassion, perhaps an idea, in his eyes. "Well then," he said, reaching into a small pouch at his belt, "I have here 2 silver denarii, not a fortune, but perhaps a seed. Here, Shimon, take one." He pressed a single silver dinar into Shimon's hand. "May the Almighty bless your efforts." Shimon, though momentarily disheartened that his illiteracy had cost him a respectable position, clutched the coin with a surge of desperate hope. He thanked the rabbi and hurried to the village marketplace. With that 1 dinar, he didn't buy bread to fill his own stomach immediately. Instead, he bought a small basket of fresh, ripe dates from a farmer. He then found a shaded spot by the village gate and, with a cheerful voice, offered his dates for sale to passing travelers, asking just a little more than he had paid. By evening, he had sold all the dates and now held 2 denarii. The next morning, he bought 2 baskets of dates and sold them for 4. Then, with 4, he bought not only dates, but also a few figs, and his small profits grew. Soon, he had enough to rent a tiny market stall. He added some pottery, then some woven cloth. His reputation for honest dealing and fair prices spread. His stall grew into a shop. His shop financed a share in a trading caravan to Damascus, then another to Egypt. Shimon, though he still could not read a bill of lading nor write a contract, had a sharp mind for numbers remembered, a keen eye for opportunity, and an unwavering diligence. Years passed, and through hard work, shrewd reinvestment, and perhaps a measure of divine favor, Shimon became an exceedingly wealthy merchant, his trading ships sailing even to the distant shores of Ophir, returning laden with treasures. One day, now a man of great substance and respect, Shimon was walking through the grand marketplace of Jerusalem. In the stall of a renowned craftsman of jewels, his eye fell upon a magnificent necklace of fiery rubies and lustrous pearls, a kingly adornment fit for his beloved wife, to whom he credited much of his early encouragement. "This necklace," Shimon inquired of the jeweler, "what is its price?" The jeweler, recognizing a man of means, replied with a respectful bow, For you honored Shimon 10 talents of silver. It is fair, Shimon said with a nod, and to the jeweler's growing surprise he began to instruct his servants to bring forth heavy bags of silver coins, preparing to count them out. The jeweler, slightly flustered by the prospect of counting such a mountain of silver, stammered, "Honored, sir?" "A man of your great standing. Surely for such a sum you might offer a sealed note of surety, perhaps from your own chief steward or a prominent guarantor in the city, witnessed by respected men, rather than undertaking the meticulous counting of so many bags of silver." It would be a great convenience. Shimon paused in his instructions, a wry, almost wistful smile touching his lips. "Alas, my friend," he said, his voice tinged with a gentle irony, "that is one convenience I cannot offer you." "I cannot write?" The jeweler's jaw dropped. "You cannot write?" he gasped, looking from the piles of silver to Shimon's richly embroidered robes. "A merchant prince of your renown, whose caravans cross deserts and whose ships sail the great seas. You have achieved all this, yet you cannot write your own name. How can this possibly be?" Shimon chuckled softly, a sound full of earned wisdom and a touch of old memories. "My good man," he said, with a twinkle in his eye, "believe me, if I had known how to write, I would not be standing here today, a merchant about to purchase your most splendid necklace. No, indeed. I would most likely still be the humble and probably still quite poor scribe in Rabbi Levi's small synagogue back in my village, earning perhaps 2 denarii a week. And the moral of this tale, often retold with a chuckle, is this: while learning and skill are great blessings, sometimes the path to success is found not in what we can do according to convention, but in what we must do with the unique gifts and circumstances the Almighty has given us, driven by determination and a refusal to be defeated by our limitations.